Welcome back, everybody, to the Examining Firepower Platforms, where we're going to go over our firepower appliances, our traditional ASAs, and again, those fall into a physical category of appliances, and then also our virtual appliances that might be ideal for a virtualized data center. So let's go ahead and start that over again. The traditional firepower appliances with the 2100 series, the 4100 series, and 9300 series appliances. Also our 5500 series X. Keep in mind that X are the ones that support the firepower threat defense images. Keep in mind that the firepower functionality, again, is going to be image-based, so we can re-image or apply a new operating systems to our ASA, the 5500 series X's, and have them support firepower and firepower threat defense, depending upon the model, the ASA model. And then as we started all this, you might be in a virtualized data center wanting to protect your virtualized subnets as well as your physical. So the ASA-V, for example, or your virtualized firepower threat defense platforms would be ideal for that. You might remember back to our intro video, I'm a huge VMware person as well as a Cisco person, so I've deployed many of these on an ESXi hypervisor inside of a vSphere environment. But we also support KVM and Amazon Web Services as well as Microsoft's Azure. So with all of these options, the question becomes, okay, Isaac, which one do I pick for me? What is going to be right for my environment? And that's where these next couple slides really come into play, because notice what we're doing here. We're showing you the max throughput with what's called application visibility and control. Let me pause for one moment. Take some time. Go out to cisco.com/go/AVC, application visibility and control. You'll be able to read more on this feature. Folks, this feature's been around for a while. It's been maturing for quite some time. It's not only available on your firewall platform, it gives us deeper knowledge, deeper inspection into what the application is trying to do, and therefore more features based upon what the application is trying to do. So the whole reason why I'm mentioning this first before we go even deeper is based upon the throughput you want with application visibility and control. Your different models, for example, the lower entry level 5506, all the way to, on this slide, it's not the biggest one, but on this slide it is the biggest, the Firepower 2140. Please note the differences in these numbers. I'm not going to torture you by going over every single cell on this table, so I'm just showing you the range in some of these options. Let's do it again. Again, your application visibility and control, but this time together with IPS. Again, in the small to medium small SOHO kinds of environments, small office, home office, maybe again the 5506 is going to be ideal for application visibility and control as well as IPS. All the way through, once again, look at the same number, 8.5 gigs on the Firepower 2140 series. Let's do it two more times. Our concurrent sessions with application visibility and control. Please note the range. This time it's not going to be bits per second, megabits per second, or gigabits per second. It's going to be things like 20,000 concurrent sessions with application visibility and control, all the way over here to 3 million concurrent sessions, again with the application visibility and control feature. And then finishing up, some people have asked me before, whoa, why is this number dropping so much? Well, whoa, we're doing some extra features. We're doing IPsec and VPN throughput. So as we talked about in our last topic, those are additional operations on the appliance, additional operations on the packets, the sessions. So of course they're going to have their own overhead, their own hit on overall performance. So you would pick the appliance based upon your throughput needs. But wait a minute, we're not done yet. That was again just our ASA 5500 series all the way through to the Firepower 2100 series. Remember again, we have our 4100 series and our 9300 series from a couple of slides ago. And what's great here is this slide continues with the structure that we introduced in the last slide of just application visibility and control, application visibility and control and IPS, concurrent sessions with application visibility and control, and then once again our IPsec and VPN throughput. So please note again the range of performance values based upon the actual physical appliance. In these last couple of examples, the physical appliance that you might go with. Now, I want to remind us back to a subject that we talked about in our last topic. So if you need to, pause the video, go on back and watch the last topic again. But we mentioned the idea of the managed devices. Let's say, for example, again, a Firepower 2100 series and the Firepower Management Center, the centralized point of administration of our managed devices. So the management center and the managed devices. So the only reason why I'm pausing and backing up so we can make sure that's abundantly clear is I don't want you getting lost as we turn the corner. Now we're showing you another table, but this time on FMC, the Firepower Management Center platforms. So if I take us out real quick to the web, just want to make sure this is abundantly clear. This is an actual appliance, whether it is, one more time, a physical appliance, as we can see back in a moment when we go to that table on the slide, or it's going to be a virtualized appliance. But folks, I want to say it again, it is an appliance. It is another node on your network with a management address. And the reason why I'm pumping the brakes and going over this so very slowly is it's going to be a large center of our focus throughout these training videos. So once again, back to our slide here. Are we doing the FMC 1000? Again, these first three examples that we're going over are physical appliances, the 2500 series or the 4500 series. And then please note the determining factor as to which of these physical appliances you'll go with might be the number of sensors, the number of ASAs or firepower appliances you go with. Again, the storage for events, total storage for events of traffic going through the interfaces or activity happening on the appliance. Network maps from devices with IPs, hosts, to user traffic passing through. And then also please note the maximum rate in frames per second that can be managed or monitored by the Firepower Management Center platform. So again, you might be in a smaller to mid-size environment where the FMC 1000 series with its 50 sensors max could be enough for you. Or you might be in an environment where you need the FMC 4500 series because of the higher number of managed devices. And folks, take a look at this. Larger amount of event storage, larger number of entries, hosts, and users in the network map, and then also your flow rate. In my opinion, this one's not as big a deal, but I think being a security guy at the very core, the number of event storage is one of the things that I look at, especially for longevity of information for my clients. And then let's not forget, you might be in a very modern day data center that is heavily virtualized. So you might want to have a virtual management center, virtual firepower management center, again deployed in your environment as a virtual machine, let's say on an ESXi vSphere infrastructure. And please note that based upon your license level, you can do even in a medium, small, all the way up to a very small environment with only 2 maximum number of sensors that are being monitored. So if you ask me, the 2 most important things here to understand is we need to have a managed device, ASA or firepower appliance, whether that is a physical appliance or a virtual appliance. And then we need to have the management center, the Firepower Management Center, that is the centralized appliance, also physical or virtual, that we use to take over management of the firepower appliances or the ASA appliances. So again, 2 high-level things: the devices that we are going to be putting throughout our network, and then the device that is managing those devices throughout our network. And folks, in my opinion, the determining factor is going to be based upon the speeds and feeds, as we say it in the industry, the throughput of the appliances, the sessions of the appliances, as some examples, and then the actual number of appliances and event storage available with the Firepower Management Center. So thank you for watching the overview of the components in the Firepower portfolio.